We're all used to seeing maps of the world, right? Divided up by countries with all those borders. But what if we threw that map away and looked at our planet through a totally different lens, one that's all about the animals? For this explainer, we're diving into a really incredible source, the Smithsonian's Children's Illustrated Animal Atlas. It's a gorgeous book that completely reimagines the world, mapping it all out based on its wildlife. So, yeah, let's really dig into that question. Let's just forget about human borders for a second. What if we charted the entire globe based on where animals actually live? What would that map even look like? All right, so if we're going to build this new kind of map, we have to start with the most basic building block of the animal world, and that is the idea of a habitat. So, what is a habitat? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's an animal's natural home. You can think of it like an animal's address. It's the one place that has everything it needs to survive, right? Food, water, a safe place to sleep. On our new animal map, these habitats, these are the countries. But here's the thing, these habitats don't just pop up randomly. Nope, they're all shaped by this massive planet-wide system, and that system is climate. So let's take a look at the rules of the game, the big forces that decide where these habitats can even exist in the first place, the world's climate zones. Okay, so here's a kind of simplified look at our planet. You can see it's split into three main zones. Right there in the middle, around the equator, you've got that hot, sticky tropical zone. As you move away from that, you get into the temperate zones, the places with real seasons. And then way up at the top and way down at the bottom, you have the super cold, dry polar zones. It's really the climate that's the number one force shaping what the world actually looks like. And get this, just those three basic climate zones are like this engine that creates this absolutely incredible variety of habitats. I mean, you get everything from these super lush tropical forests and huge sprawling grasslands to really harsh deserts and unbelievably complex coral reefs. And every single one of them is its own unique world, with its own set of challenges and opportunities for the animals that call it home. Okay, so we've got the basic rules down. Now let's zoom in and actually visit one of these places. Our first stop on this world tour is a pretty rare and tough habitat, the Mediterranean scrubland. So imagine this, a landscape of rocky hills and plains, and it's covered in these tough, scrubby bushes. The weather is hot, it's dry, it's a really challenging place to live. The animals here have to be incredibly resilient just to make it. And here you can see this really delicate dance playing out. On the one hand, you've got the Iberian lynx, a super specialized predator. And on the other, you have its main meal ticket, the European rabbit. Seriously, the lynx's entire survival basically hangs on this one species. And being that specialized, well, it comes with a huge risk. For years, disease just wrecked the rabbit population. And at the same time, the lynx's home was getting broken up into smaller and smaller pieces. The result was devastating. It became the most endangered cat on the entire planet, with a population that dropped to just 404 adults. But there is some good news. Thanks to some really intense conservation work to bring back both the rabbits and their habitat, that number has more than doubled in recent years. It's a powerful reminder of just how fragile these connections are. And the Mediterranean is home to some other pretty wild adaptations too. Check this out, the chameleon. Its trunk can be twice the length of its entire body. It just shoots out in the blink of an eye to snatch insects. How cool is that? All right, let's switch gears completely. We're heading to a totally different kind of habitat now. We're leaving those rocky hills of Europe and heading for the massive, wide-open spaces of the Great Plains in North America. The Great Plains are exactly what they sound like, just this enormous sea of grass that stretches on for thousands of miles. Think about it. In a place with almost nowhere to hide, animals have to come up with completely different game plans to stay alive. Let's look at two icons of the plains. You've got the American bison, its strategy, sheer size and power. This is the heaviest land animal on the continent. Then you've got the pronghorn. It's all about speed and amazing senses. I mean, it can spot a predator from almost 4 miles away. Two totally different answers to the exact same question. How do you survive out in the open? And when your home is that big and open, communication is everything. A coyote's howl, it's not just some spooky sound in the night. It's a long-distance call. It's how they say, "This is my turf," and find each other across miles and miles of empty prairie. Okay, get ready for a huge change of scenery.
We are leaving dry land completely behind us and diving headfirst into one of the most vibrant and busiest habitats on the entire planet, the Great Barrier Reef.
This place isn't just a location, it's a massive living thing. It's built by billions of tiny creatures called coral polyps. They have this amazing relationship with algae, which is what gives the coral all those brilliant colors. The whole thing is so huge you can actually see it from space. And it's home to more than 1,500 species of fish. It's like a bustling, vibrant underwater city.
And in a city that crowded, the competition is fierce. And that leads to some absolutely mind-blowing adaptations. Case in point, the peacock mantis shrimp. This little guy has the fastest punch in the entire animal world. It moves faster than a bullet and hits hard enough to smash the shells of its prey, or, get this, even break the glass of an aquarium.
So we've gone from the dry scrubland to the open prairie and down into the reef. Let's pull the camera back out now and see what it all looks like when we put our new animal map back together. What you start to see is that every single animal is a perfectly fitting piece in a giant complex puzzle. Every one of them, from the massive bison to that tiny mantis shrimp, is just perfectly suited for its own unique corner of the world. Our planet isn't just a random collection of animals. It's this beautiful tapestry of interconnected worlds.
And looking at the world this way, through this animal map, it really shows you exactly what's at stake. Because when you really understand these unique habitats, you understand what we have to protect. So that leaves just one question, really. What part of our amazing animal world do you want to explore next?